The Chicago Bears have decided to not match the offer sheet on Cameron Meredith, and as a result let him sign with the New Orleans Saints. Was this a mistake by the Bears? What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Bears and whether or not they made a mistake by letting Cameron Meredith, their #1 receiver from last year who got hurt, by letting him go to the Saints, who of course signed him to an offer sheet of approximately 2 years and $10 million. And the Bears have officially announced that they are not going to sign that offer sheet. They could have matched that offer and kept Meredith, but they are not going to do that. So let's look at the situation. Was this a mistake by the Bears and GM Ryan Pace? What should they have done, and what really happened here that we really should pay more attention to? So before I get started with my take, I just want to point out that I've been on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter, link down below for that. And GM Ryan Pace has been getting absolutely killed by Bears fans, by the local media, by the national media. So a lot of people disagree with this move. So was it a mistake for the Bears to not match the offer sheet on Cameron Meredith? Yes, I do believe it was a mistake, but hear me out here, okay? It's not for the reason that you guys think it is, okay? Letting Cameron Meredith go and not signing him to the offer sheet was not the mistake here, okay? People are making this a much, much bigger deal than it should be. The mistake here was not getting anything in return for losing a guy like Cameron Meredith, okay? So you have to look at the financials of the situation here. The Bears had an original round tender offer to Cameron Meredith, which was about $1.9 million, okay? If they had signed him to a second round tender offer, it would have been $2.9 million. And any team that would have signed Cameron Meredith to an offer sheet and the Bears, let's say, declined it like they did now, they would have had to give up a second round pick, okay? So they would have had to they would have gotten compensation for losing a guy like a Cameron Meredith, okay? So this was the mistake by GM Ryan Pace. In evaluating the situation, he thought Cameron Meredith, was worth $1.9 million, but he wasn't worth $2.9 million, okay? So this situation, I believe, was where the mistake was happened with the financials revolving around it, okay? I mean, if it's just $1 million more, and the deal itself, I mean, 2 years, $10 million wasn't too bad. Now, of course, the decision for the Bears to make here was solely, I'm hearing, based on the medical condition of Cameron Meredith, who, of course, tore up his ACL and MCL in the preseason of last year. And the Bears doctors just, I believe, don't think he's healthy enough and don't think he's going to make a full recovery. The Saints obviously are betting on him to do so. But all in all, let me just talk about Cameron Meredith real quick, okay? A lot of people, Bears fans I should say mostly, including myself, I believe have overrated Cameron Meredith, okay? Now let's take a look at the season he broke out, quote unquote. 66 catches for 888 yards back in 2016, okay? So you missed all of last season, remember, towards ACL in preseason. And when you take a look at who he was competing with, yes, I know Alshon Jeffrey was still on the roster, but you had guys like Josh Bellamy, Deontay Thompson. And so I feel like when you look at the Bears' core receivers, and even this season, I mean, the Bears' receiving core was absolutely awful. So, of course, when you have a receiving core that bad, you are definitely going to miss a guy like a Cameron Meredith. But do I think he's a star receiver by any means? No, I really don't. I think you can find another Cameron Meredith. I definitely think you can find him in the draft. And for the Bears really here, if they don't believe he was healthy enough to make a full recovery, then so be it. But like I said, the mistake here was just losing him for nothing. He was a homegrown receiver, just 25 years old. If you're going to let him go, that's fine. Make sure you get something in return for him. So that's where the mistake was for the Bears and GM Ryan Pace. So like I said, I don't think it was the worst thing in the world. People are acting like we lost Jerry Rice, folks. Okay, Cameron Meredith is okay. He's solid, but he's not great. He's not a #1 receiver. We can look at the draft. We can see who we can find. Maybe we take a receiver early. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Christian Kirk out of Texas A&M. Guys like DJ Moore out of Maryland. I wouldn't mind those guys either. So I definitely think Cameron Meredith is replaceable. The depth obviously is going to have to shake out here. And Kevin White, let's see if he can finally stay healthy, knock on wood, So let's see what happens here. But a lot of people, I believe, are overreacting to the situation. Yes, losing Cameron Meredith hurts a little bit, but it's not the end of the world here, okay, folks? And we should have gotten something back in return for losing him. That was the real mistake by Ryan Pace. So that is what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. Make sure you guys hit me up on my social media links down below for that, Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys, of course, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and as always, thanks for watching.